The Very Unofficial Travel Guides is getting close to 20 million views now on YouTube, so I have to give myself a little pat on the back. Obviously, I'm doing something right. It is Sunday, March 4th, 2024, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofa Time, we're talking about creating travel-related content on YouTube and me apparently doing something wrong. If you are a longtime viewer here of the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, thank you so much for watching this video. It's really important to me that you know this information that I'm going to discuss here. There are going to be some changes coming, and something about it is very good, and I'm going to talk about that in the end. And other things are, I would consider, not so advantageous, but YouTube has informed me that I'm doing some things wrong and I need to, I think, change these things if I want to stay in the game. And for everybody else, I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. I've been making videos on this platform now for over 15 years of popular and not so popular tourist destinations to give you a very honest, unofficial look at what it's like to be there. And I also wrote a small book called Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship, sharing some stories of my life, including real life things that have happened to me while traveling around the world. If you like to read and want to give me a little extra support, check out Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. It's available on Amazon now. And actually, I don't want to say that this is all negative. You know what? Let's just get into it. When I first started creating travel-related content here on this platform, it was just a hobby to show friends and family where I was, where I had been, kind of a way to keep in touch and to make people that I know laugh and smile with my shenanigans traveling around the world. And because I've been doing this for so long, so much of my life and so many great memories are here, and it's like having sort of a diary in a way. It's just a really nice thing to have. If you're up to date, you know I just got back from Fuerteventura with my good old friend Collie, aka Andreas, aka my bodyguard. He was the cameraman in the oldest video I have here on the platform. We've been hanging out with each other for a long time, and a lot of the fun things that we have done are also here on the channel. If you go way back, you can see some of them. And YouTube has changed and evolved a lot over the years, and I've been here for almost all of it, including being one of the first travel-related creators who was invited to join the partner program. Originally, YouTube was just a platform where you could upload videos. Nobody was making money on this platform except for Google. And when the partner program first originated, where they were selling ads on video space, the only way that you could participate is if YouTube literally sent you an invitation. That happened to me a long time ago, and ever since then, also, the way that I have been creating YouTube videos and the way that I consider where I'm going to be going next has been influenced by that. I have a lot of travel interests. There are a lot of things that I like to do when I'm out and about, and going on cruise ships is just one of the things I love to do. But now that I have made the decision to use this platform as my main source of income, I have to look at the numbers, I have to look at the business of YouTube and see what is it that sells the best. These videos that I create are the main product that I produce, and of course, when you're creating a product, you have to look for what is successful. And in the beginning, we got like literally no feedback as creators on YouTube. The money that we were making, where it was coming from, how much each video was, it was really confusing and random in the beginning. And that has changed so much. The YouTube analytics now that we get as creators are very detailed. It's almost creepy how much information we get. And not too long ago, creators who are using the YouTube Studio app get even more information, including a weekly update of suggestions, basically, or like a detailed analyzation of how your channel is doing for that week. And this whole video I'm making today is based on my recent updates from YouTube. And before I go any further, please listen to this. I want you to know that my videos and my style of videos is not going to change. Got it? However, something else is, and that is, or those are my thumbnails. No, wait, don't click away. Please, please, please keep watching. In this weekly analytics update that we get from YouTube, it shows you what was performing well on your channel compared to other people in your genre. And it also makes suggestions on what you could change in order to stand out against those channels. And one thing that I have consistently noticed over the last couple of weeks, but especially the last 2 weeks, is YouTube telling me I need to change my thumbnails if I want to remain successful and current according to the way that people consume YouTube nowadays, and also the way that YouTube suggests videos to possible new subscribers. So let's take a look at this real quick. This is one slide from my weekly update. It says these thumbnails are working well. And the first one is huge problems boarding the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. The next one is disgusting behavior from cruise passengers on Royal Caribbean. And the third one is seasick on Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas cruise, etc. Let's just take a look at these thumbnails real quick. Do you notice a similarity in all three of these? And so not only has YouTube told me, look, these are working well, do more of this, but they also tell me, look at what these other creators are doing. This is how you can stand out in your thumbnails. So this is literally YouTube pointing out other channels to say, this is what we reward. This is what we suggest to viewers. This is what you need to do now on YouTube in your category if you want to grow your channel and remain successful. Let's just dive in here real quick, and you're gonna notice something. Let's start with Tony, and I've said this when I've discussed this topic before. I'm not attacking Tony or any of the other channels that I'm gonna show you here. I'm happy for the success of all these creators who've come after me. Tony is a really sweet, lovable guy, especially if you get to know him personally, so hi Tony. He's probably not gonna watch this. If we look at the Lido Loca channel page, these are the thumbnails that Tony makes. And Tony has been extremely successful in growing his audience over the past few years, getting not only people to come back and watch his videos, but with every new video, get a ton of new subscribers. Another channel that YouTube is saying, look, do more of what they're doing if you want to be successful is Dawn. Hi Dawn. Looking at Dawn's family vacations, these are the thumbnails that have been successful for Dawn. Do you notice anything about this compared to Tony's thumbnails? Another one to look at here are the Travel Scouts. This is a channel that's really new on my radar, and they have been super successful over the past 3 years creating this channel, growing an audience, and let's look at their thumbnails. These look also really familiar. And another perfect example is Jay over on Cruise Life. Look at you, Jay, just recycling the same face on all of these thumbnails. Like I said, I am not criticizing these channels. And I know from my discussions with other creators that they also think that this is kind of silly, but this is what works. And these messages that I've gotten from YouTube, they confirm that to me. This is not a theory. This is concrete evidence that YouTube tells me, if you do this, we will show your videos to more people. And I've really resisted doing this for a long time now because I also feel like the videos that I make, they're not the same kind of videos as these channels. All of these thumbnails are basically interchangeable with each other. Tony, Don, Jay, the other channels that they've suggested to me here, it's all one side, dramatic text, the other side, a big face looking either sad, mad, or disappointed. And I've held out as long as I could, but I think I gotta start doing it too. My videos and the style of my videos are not gonna change, but the thumbnails, they are now going to be different. And there's a couple more things I wanna say about this, so please keep watching. The Very Unofficial Travel Guides is getting close to 20 million views now on YouTube, so I have to give myself a little pat on the back. Obviously, I'm doing something right. With the revenue that I earn from this channel and from book sales and from the super generous people over on patreon.com/veryunofficial, I am able to keep this boat afloat and, you know, have enough money to pay rent and buy groceries. But you know what's more fun than having enough money?
Having more than enough money.
I feel like I have to change those things if I want to get to this next level. Yeah, and I feel like this is something that I've kind of been ignoring because I've hoped that what I was doing was going to continue to be successful. But as mentioned, YouTube has changed, evolved. The way we consume content on the internet or streaming platforms has changed and evolved. And I think the things that we are interested in has changed and evolved. And in order to grow my channel, in order to find new viewers who are going to be interested in the things that I also like to show you, I have to follow the rules and the progress on YouTube in order for them to reward me by helping me get to new viewers. Please tell me you understand. Please don't get frustrated when basically starting next week, all my thumbnails start to look like these other ones. And now I have some good news, and Patreons already know a little bit more about this, but my next cruise has been booked. It is going to be a huge adventure that I'm going to tell you about in next week's Sofa Time, but because it's coming up already at the end of April, and I have so much footage basically on my desk right now from our Florida visit, from Fuerteventura, from my first class experience on Delta, and now this upcoming trip, which is gonna be spectacular, I hope. I'm gonna try to start uploading more videos a week than usual. So that has nothing to do with YouTube and the business and the thumbnails. It just has to do with me having so much stuff and wanting to get it to you as quick as possible. So you now can look forward to every once in a while, more than 2 videos a week here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides with dramatic thumbnails like this. And when you see these thumbnails, please just be happy for me. Don't think,
oh, now Morgan's doing it too.
Maybe think, finally, Morgan's doing it too. And let's see how far we can get Very Unofficial Travel Guides to go this year. I'm getting close to 70,000 subscribers. I would so love to reach 100,000 subscribers. That would probably be the proudest accomplishment of my life, would be to reach 100,000 subscribers with the Very Unofficial Travel Guides here on YouTube, just doing something that I love to do. I thought I would be there by now, but I'm not, and I think maybe because of this new information, I know why I'm not. So let's together see what happens with the rest of 2024 here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. You can look forward to more videos from Spain comparing all-inclusive resorts to cruising, more flight reviews, more information about Disney and theme parks in Orlando, and of course more cruises, including the next cruise, which like I said, is gonna be a really big deal for me. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. See you back here soon.